Hello and welcome to the Punk Wrestling Podcast. I am RM Punk, a particularly tired RM Punk, but still RM Punk. And today we are going to review Vengeance. It was an NXT takeover. You know it was good. You don't need me to tell you that. NXT takeovers are always enjoyable, and this was no exception. Plenty of moments, some shocks, and I got very much wrong with my predictions, but there we go. If wrestling was all predictable, it wouldn't be any fun. So we started off with the Women's Dusty Cup final. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez versus Ember Moon and Shotsy Blackheart. There was a nice joint entrance from Shotsy and Moon on the tank. They had matching outfits, which is always a nice touch. Even though they are thrown together tag team, there was still, they're working together. And they had black overalls, blood covered. It was nice. It was cool. Even though Shotsy did have some issues getting the overalls off of her boots to start the match. Unsurprisingly, Raquel was dominant throughout this match. She's been pushed to the moon, so to speak. And once Raquel makes a tag to Kai, then the Ember and Shotsy get a little bit of offense in. There was a lovely moment where Shotsy pulls Kai out of the corner for like a powerbomb type thing, where like she's holding onto the ropes and you pull the legs out and do that. But locked in a Texas cloverleaf off of that, which was nice, but it was very close to the ropes, so rope break. Shotsy and Ember Moon both got in like a knee bar and then flipped over Dakota into kind of like a sunset flip almost, which was a really nice spot as well. I hadn't seen that and I liked that. Some really interesting offense from there. They've obviously been putting the work in. Like I think I said on my NXT review, I felt that. But Ember just kept that heel hook locked in for a long time, Kai's trying to make the tag, each time getting pulled back. And in the end, Ember is the one who makes the tag, but the ref doesn't see it because Raquel's got in the ring and the ref doesn't see the tag. Rather than Ember just remake the tag when they could, Ember stays in the match, leading the tag to Raquel. More dominance from Raquel here. There was a powerbomb. She powerbombed Shotsy into the plexiglass screen outside the ropes. That plexiglass screen, that corner was used quite a lot during this takeover. I don't know if there's something special about that particular screen, but they used it fairly often. But yeah, leaving Moon isolated. Then you get a little bit where miscommunication with the heel team. Ducks a clothesline from Raquel. Raquel hits Kai with the clothesline. Moon then dodges another attack from Kai, so Kai then spears Raquel, hits the Eclipse on Raquel, but the ref doesn't see the pin, so no count. Shotsy back in. Shotsy hits sliced bread, does a nice dive onto Kai on the outside. They double team Raquel for a little bit. There was a doomsday device onto Kai from the top rope to the floor. Holy shit, that looked fun. There was a chiropractor. These girls were just beating the shit out of each other. No other way to say it. Ember was thrown off the stage. Raquel throws Kai onto Shotsy, so it has like gorilla press over the ropes onto Shotsy. Hits the one-arm powerbomb on Shotsy for the win. They celebrate. And a nice big stage for it. It was a great opener. Really good match. Raquel and Kai were, the right team here. Just interesting to see what happens when they have the tag match against Nia and Shayna. As you've got two heel teams facing off. However, it's NXT, so NXT will be the face, I would assume. Next up, we had Gargano versus Kushina. And oh, what a match. But yeah, before the match starts, she'll weigh her out the back, having a bit of a pep talk prior to the entrance. They start walking out towards the steps where the entrance is. But Loomis, chloroforms Austin Theory. just grabs him with a towel on his face and pulls him off without anyone else realising. During the entrance, Gargano goes to like do the thing with Austin Theory, but he's not there. Like, oh, and he sends the girls to go look for him, meaning it is 1-on-1, which is good in these in proper. You want a takeover match to be 1-on-1, or you don't want too much silly bollocks. It's where they get the chance to actually really wrestle. Kushina goes for the hoverboard look early on. Some nice groundwork throughout this match. It was very back and forth throughout. On the outside, Kushina hits an armbar. It looks like Johnny taps, but obviously it's outside the ring, so it doesn't count. Hits a chicken wing suplex, which you will hear me say quite a lot. Chicken wing, chicken wing. On the outside, drop kick to the arm. Kushina's style just made so much sense in this match. It was everything in his moveset was based on that arm. His finisher is on the arm, and every move was something to do with the arm, barring the odd punch here and there. But yeah, it was just really good moveset. It really makes sense. No wasted motion, as they say. Everything has a purpose. And I like that. Kushina really showed me something today. I liked Kushina, I always had, but he really shone in this match. Gargano hit a net breaker over the ropes, which switched the momentum over. Does a soccer style kick to Kushina's arm. I know it's football, but it is a soccer kick. That's what the move's called. So don't at me at that one. An octopus stretch leads to lots of pinning combinations. Everyone's going for different roll-ups, different techniques. And then we get a double down. Kushina gets the better of the striking. A nice German suplex. More work on the arm. A handstand kick, I want to call it. So Johnny's on the top rope on the corner, and Kushina does a handstand kick into him. Bit more work on the arm. Johnny hits a nice second rope twisting suplex, which looked lovely. No one's on top for any extended period of time. So my notes are going to get mumbled here, because at one point I'm probably going to get the wrong person hit this. So bear with me. But yeah, they're on their knees now, trading hands. Gargano counters springboard elbow into Gargano escape, but countered that into a hoverboard lock. But no dice there. We get a chicken wing suplex again into the corner now. A top rope Spanish fly armbar. The flying armbar. It was kind of like that, twisted with a Spanish fly in there. It was really nice. There's a lot of teasing of the tap from Gargano, but eventually he gets to the ropes. Kushina doesn't let go. They roll out to the outside, still with the arm attached. Eventually that breaks free. Gargano looks to be heading up to the stage. Kushina is at the top of the stage now, and I missed that bit. I didn't see where he went. I thought Gargano was crawling away to get the count out win, and he looks up and Kushina's at the top of the stage and just does a running kick to the arm. Hoverboard again, but is close to the ropes. Johnny slingshots his face, his head's got in between the ropes, and slingshots his head into the top rope. Then Kushina rolls to the outside. One final beat onto the ramp. So they had, for this, I don't know if it was the Vengeance thing or if NXT are going to be doing this going forward, but they had the flat ramp. So there's no drop between the ring and the ramp. And I've said this on an AEW episode, I'm not a huge fan of it, but they used it effectively here. Hits the one final beat onto the ramp and then into the ring for the free count. Gargano wins. It was a great match. It could have gone either way. You don't know who's going to win, but the way wins. Like I said at the beginning, I love that at TakeOver, they leave the silly bollocks at the door. Let's crack on with the wrestling. It's a really good match. This might be my match of the night. I might change my mind once I talk through the others, but I think this is the match of my night. Next up, we had the men's Dusty final. They used some quotes from Dusty in there, which was a nice little touch in the promo package for it. You've got MSK versus Grizzled Young Veterans. Obviously, Grizzled Young Veterans, they get to cut a promo because Zach Gibson always cuts a promo. Little highlight of this, it was take your sob stories and your daft green pyjamas and stick them up your ass. Lovely. Only a Scouse could do a promo just like that, and it feel just like that. Liked it. A little bit of notes from this match. It was a good match all in all. I still hate the Bronco Buster. I will probably say this every week. Hopefully you don't get too tired of it. MSK using their pace advantage early on, quick tags. There was some nice dives from MSK, a lot of springboard and gymnastics. So like in the ring, Lee does some flips and then jumps over the ropes to the outside for the dive. And then Carter hits like a Whisper in the Wind style dive, which was nice. Grizzled Young Veterans take control there though, because on the second dive, Gibson sidestepped the dive and clotheslines Carter. And then they're going for pin after pin after pin, the Grizzled Young Veterans. The frustration's growing. There's some nice heel work from Gibson, as always, where it looks like Carter might be getting the tag. So Gibson goes outside the ring, tries to pull him off. But bit of back and forth. So Gibson just rolls into the ring. Obviously, Carter or Lee, I can't remember which one it was at the time, follows him in. The ref stops him from coming in the ring, is talking to him. So Zach Gibson takes control. They get, it's good, just good. Wesley gets tag, hits dive over the corner. So Gibson and Drake are outside of the ring in the corner, where you would normally think, okay, you're safe there. So Lee runs from one corner straight over the top rope, over the corner post, onto them. Nice there. There was a nice springboard cutter from Carter. Lee double back spring ends with Gibson hitting a running knee. It's a spot after spot after spot. If you like your spots, you're going to like this match. For me, wasn't quite there. It was good, but it wasn't quite there. There was some really nice spots though, including a Doomsday Device dive to Lee on Gibson's shoulders. So Gibson's got Lee on his shoulders outside the ring, and Drake does a suicide dive through the ropes, doing the Doomsday Device. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Double teaming on Carter now that Lee's out with that. Looking for Ticket to Mayhem, but Lee's back. Double super kick and a double team move for the 3 count and MSK win. I believe I am 1 and 2 in my predictions so far. I got the tag teams the wrong way around, but it would be, like I said, it would be no fun if I knew everything. Yeah, it was a good match. Very spot heavy. It's heaven if that's what you're into. Yeah, it was good. We next had a video package for Moneybag Grimes, as I'm going to now call him. He now has his own rap song. Kiss My Grits Indeed. Kiss My Grits Indeed. Yeah, you should check that out. It was funny. I enjoyed it. Yeah. A little bit of a palate cleanser, shall we say. Next up, we had Io Shirai versus Toni Storm versus Martinez. Triple threat action. This was a good match, but it felt short. There were some moments in it that didn't work, which we'll get to. With the people involved, this match could have been better. It definitely felt short. But saying that, there were still some very good moments. So I love Tony, I love Io. Both of those could be megastars of the future. Martinez is a veteran. She's been around. I don't see superstardom, but she's a great hand, like great in the ring, good look. You know, she does her job well. Saying all that, bring me Io versus Asuka, please. Martinez attacks before the bell to get the hot start going. Io misses a springboard moonsault to the outside. So there's some good back and forth. EO is a 619 to Martinez. There's a top rope German to Tony. Martinez German suplex. Tony, leaving Martinez in trio woe for the double stomp trio woe spot, which I absolutely hate because you're holding yourself up. Why not just drop back down and then you've avoided it? I will never get that spot. Don't like it. Get rid of it. There's some more outside fighting. A little bit of a funny moment here. Storm starts taking the announce table apart for obviously a spot that's going to happen. And as I think it was as Wade Barrett gets up, he like leans on the table and it just collapses. So they're like, oh, what do we do now? EO hits a crossbody off at the top of the support beams. You know, that she climbs up where you don't see her climbing up. She's all of a sudden up there. She hits a crossbody. I wonder if that was meant to go for a table, but you never know. Back in the ring, Martinez and Tony. Martinez hits a series of knees, hits the Fisherman Buster, which is, I believe, is her finish for 2. Straight back at you. Tony hits Storm Zero for another 2. Diving headbutt from Tony. Tony's going for the pin. Obviously, EO's up there. Can you see Tony looking? EO's up there. Hits the moonsault. Really onto Tony. And Tony's in between EO and Martinez. But Tony has to quickly roll out the way so EO can get the pin on Martinez for the 3. I don't know what happened with that spot. But that's how the match ended. EO retains. I'm happy with that. I am 1-3 now because I went out on a limb and picked Tony for this one. But yeah, it was an okay match. It felt like there was more gears to be had. Like there's more from this you can get. I think maybe a one-on-one match would have worked better. So maybe next takeover we get Tony versus EO, seeing as Tony didn't take the pin, and that will be a more like longer proper match. I did say Martinez would take the pin. Part of the big news after that, we get a little bit of a earlier today moment. Eli Drake, former TNA champion, I believe, now called LA Knight, has signed his NXT contract. That is a big signing. They made 2 big signings this week from the old Impact Zone with Taya Valkyrie and Eli Drake. He cut a promo on the pre-show, basically saying he's after the titles. I've not seen that much of Eli Drake. I'm not going to pretend I'm an expert. He's very good on the mic. Sometimes his promos feel a little bit like bits of things everyone else has already done, which is not a bad thing. Like, you've got to learn off the greats, and but sometimes he sounds too much like The Rock, and it takes me away from it. However, he is a big signing, so we'll wait to see where that one goes. We've got main event of the evening time. Peter Dunn versus Finn Balor. This really had a big match feel to it early on. Like, just really big match, hyped up. Yeah, let's go. And it was a wrestling clinic. It was I have not seen a match go this long in the ground section in a long time. They're trading holds. Finn gets the best of it early on. Finn holding on to Dunn's arm throughout. This sort of turned around with Dunn hitting some nice shoulder shots into the jaw of Finn Balor. Again, back and forth, but Dunn's more on the offensive side of it. This is all mat based. It's all ground based. Dunn's working on trying to get these fingers. Gets a bit here and there. Focusing on the arms and the jaw, using the jaw weakness to open up other avenues of attack. It's like, goes to the jaw, he'll block the jaw, so then he'll go for the arm or go for, it was nice work, like psychology. A foot stomp to Dunn allows Finn to get a bit more offense in, and a bit more on the feet at this point. He stomps his foot, like he stamps on his foot, and then he starts working the legs. There was a guillotine into X-Plex for the first, what you would call standard move of the match, like the wrestling move, the pro wrestling move. But he hurts his knee on his way down. The fist started to fly here. An SDF from Finn onto Dunn gets countered with the old fingers. You put your fingers near Pete Dunne's face, he's going to break them. The speed's beginning to increase now. You get the palm strikes. It's a headbutt to the jaw. Dunn hits a nice power bomb. And then we're back to the mat again. Stomp to the arm, German suplex, double stomp on the hands again from Dunn. But Finn kicks his knee out. So he's got the weak knee and the weak arm. And there's a backstabber, drop kick into the corner. Coup de grace is countered into a triangle, which was a lovely spot. Just as Finn is about to get to the rope to break the hold on the triangle, Pete Dunne just rolls him into the centre of the ring. Balor's now creeping backwards, so he's about to get his feet on the rope. He gets the foot on the rope, but he's out cold. Dunn looks to go finish it. The ref breaks it up to check on Finn. Well, at which point Finn wakes up. He said he's good to continue. Dunn goes for the bitter end. Finn counters, tries 1916. Dunn gets the hands. Finn counters again, but Dunn snaps the fingers. Dunn just will not let go of this arm. Will not let go of this arm. He ends up putting it underneath, which is obviously for the pump handle type thing. It just rams the arm up. So a self-low blow there and a bitter end, but just for 2. No 3 yet. Stomps the hands again. There's a powerbomb, is countered into a DDT. A bitter end countered into a reverse suplex for 2. Dunn still holding on to those fingers no matter what. Stomp to Dunn. Balor rips his mouth guard out. Hits a drop kick to the face. A coup de grace and a 1916 for the win. And your winner and still NXT champion, Finn the Prince Balor. No, this was a great match. Really good. Just mat wrestling clinic at the start. All went up, built up to that crescendo. Really good. Lots going on. Lots I've probably missed during my thing. Yeah, but Finn retains. He's on the ramp and Lorcan and Birch come out, attacking from behind. It's not over yet, folks. So it's a 3-on-1 beatdown. Shock the system. Yui chase them off. Riley's there giving Finn respect. Looks like Finn's going to join the Undisputed Era. When, boom, Adam Cole, baby, hits super kick to Finn. They're arguing, what are you doing? What's this about? What was going on? And Cole super kicks O'Reilly too. Have we just seen the end of Undisputed Era? Oh my God, shock. Where are we going with this one? Is Adam Cole and O'Reilly going to feud? What's going to happen with Undisputed Era? Is Cole out of Undisputed Era? Is Finn the new leader? Is O'Reilly the new leader? What's going on? Yeah, great stuff. Really shocking end to the show. Strong's just confused in the ring, what? I don't know what to do here. As Cole leaves to close the show. So like I said, it was a takeover. It was great. We've got new signings. We've got UE maybe breaking up. We've got great matches. That's what you expect from a takeover, and it did not disappoint. Great time was had by all. Please let me know what you thought. Give this video a like, share and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.